The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Oh, good move.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on second and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. A nice little juke. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Ryan. Throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about it. expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Ryan. Open man is Kirk, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ryan to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, Cook. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, Lawrence. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready. Rock it. Hey, hold it. Hey, hold it.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, here's a run. Now the ball comes loose. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Etienne up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, Tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching?
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's got his man. That's Hardman.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Ready, quick.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Finds his tight end Ingram. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Block it, block it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Lawrence will throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Jefferson from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. First and 10, it's Ryan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They go play action now. Lawrence. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Lawrence Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
And this returnable for Hines.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Cook up the gut. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
Here's Cook again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Caleb Chason drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On play action, Lawrence. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Quiddy Pay now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lawrence on the out route. He finds Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So 3rd down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer.
Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
Throwing to start the drive, but the So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
127 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
Touchdown, Colts!
Cole Kmet.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence to Jefferson on the slant. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Personal foul. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
2nd and 6. Lawrence.
And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll run with ETN.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll run with ETN.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. The head linesman was right on it. I think they got that spot correct.
Yeah, and so many times officials catch so much grief because of things that may go wrong. You're exactly right. He was on the spot, marked it correctly. Let's see how this plays out from here.
Another fullback dive? I don't know that you go to that again.
No. Fullbacks block. Running backs carry the football.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Lawrence on the sneak, and he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
No problem there on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. And now it's 2nd down. Ryan to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They give that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, back truck, back truck.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
57 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. First down, here's the run with Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Two-jet bombers.
They'll run with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime, just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for the Jags, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the candy gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me.
That my Brooklyn, cause he shot rock, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. We can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had getting hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.